Once upon a time, spreadsheets were all about rows and columns of numbers. Just data staring back at you. Functional, but let's be honest, pretty dull to look at. But times have changed, and if you're using Excel on a Mac, there's a really simple way to add a bit of personality to your spreadsheets and make them easier to read at the same time. We're talking about emojis. Yes, emojis right inside your Excel spreadsheet. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to add them and a few clever ways that you can actually use them to make your data clearer and more visual. As usual, if you want to follow along, you can download a copy of the practice file from the link in the description below. To enter an emoji directly into a cell, you need to first of all double click the cell. So I'll double click in A1 and then you either click on Edit and Emojis and Symbols, or you can use a keyboard shortcut of Command, Control and Space. Once you've done that, click on the emoji that you want to use. I'll use that one, and it puts it into the cell, and then press Enter. You can also use the search box to search for it. So if I double click again, this time on A2, Command, Control and Space, and I'm going to search for the word car, and that brings up any emoji that behind the scenes has been tagged car. So I'll just select that one. Now, sometimes it doesn't work. I've found this occasionally. It puts a question mark in with a square around it. So I'm going to do Command, Control and Space again. Select the car. This time it does actually put it in, but behind the car there is a question mark. If that happens, double click again in the cell or click in the formula bar and then just move the cursor to the left of the icon and use the backspace key. Press Enter. And what that's done is removed the question mark and then just left me with the emoji. If you want to make the image bigger, just select the cell and change the font size in the usual way because it's just treating it as a character. If you want to use an emoji directly inside a formula, you have to enclose it in double quotes. So as an example, I want to show visually that a company has twice as many employees based in the UK as they do in the US. So I'm going to use the REPT function. What that does is it repeats a character or a string of characters a given number of times. And in this example, I'll use the UK and the US flags. So in E1, I've put equals REPT, open brackets, and then I'll type in a double quote, and then I want the UK flag. So I will Command, Control and Space and type in UK. And there's the flag. I'll select it, close the double quotes, then put comma and select D1. So that tells it to repeat that symbol 20 times. Close the brackets and Enter. Do a similar thing for the US. So equals REPT, open brackets, open double quotes, Command, Control, Space, and if I search for USA, the flag comes up first. I can select it, close the double quotes, and then comma D2. Close the brackets and Enter. And what that does is that repeats that icon 10 times. If I wanted a space between the icons, I'll just go and edit the formula and put a space after the flag, but before the double quote. So now it's repeating the flag and the space 10 times. In this example, I have a list of regions and I want to display which political party controls that region. Is it the red party, the blue party, or the yellow party? By the way, this is not representative of any party or any country. It's just a demo. To make it easier to fill in column B, I'm going to create a drop-down list in each cell in column B that contains 3 symbols. So I'm going to go over to I1 And in I1 to I3, I'm going to enter in coloured squares. And then in column B, I'm going to create drop downs from the 3 squares. So in I1, double click, Command Control Space, and let's search for square. And I want the red square. So I'll select that, press enter. In I2, double click, Command Control Space, and for this one, I will type blue and select the blue square, which is that one. And again, it's put a question mark in, so I'll try Command Control Space again, click on the question mark, and it seems to have worked without me this time needing to remove the question mark. Oh no, the question mark is there, so I'll double click on the cell. In the formula bar, I'll just click after the square, click the left arrow key on the keyboard, and then just backspace and press enter. And that solved the problem. And then in I3, double click that, Command Control Space, and this one was yellow. So I could search for square or I could search for yellow. And it's that one I want there. And press enter. And then select B2 to B16. Go to Data, Data Validation. Set Allow to List. And set the source to be I1 to I3. Click OK. So now what we've got when we click the drop down is we've got the 3 values from I1 to I3. So let's make that red. Let's make that blue. Make that blue. And I'll just go through and fill these in, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I've filled in all of the cells in column B. In column J, I'm going to enter 3 formulas to calculate how many regions each party controls. So I'll go to J1 and I'll use the COUNTIFS function. I want it to look at B2 to B16, but because I'm going to copy the formula down, I'll need to put the $signs in there, then put in a comma, and what I want it to actually count is the number of times the emoji in I1 appears in that range. So I'll select I1 and close the brackets. And it gives me 4, which is correct. Copy that formula down to J2 and J3, and I've got what I need. These symbols, by the way, are just text, so you can use any formula or function with them. You can also use emojis in charts. So here I have different flavours of ice cream sold by a fictitious company, together with the revenue for each. And I want to include the icons from column A in the chart. So I'll select A2 to A5, hold down the control key and select C2 to C5. The control key allows me to select multiple non-contiguous areas. Go to Insert, and I'm going to create a standard 2D column chart. And what it has done is it has automatically picked up the values from column A and used those as the x-axis labels. And obviously the values in column C are determining the height of the columns. What I'll then do is just change the chart title. So that can be, say, sales of ice cream. And if I want to make those icons bigger that are being used as the x-axis labels, I'll just select them and then go back to the Home tab and just make the font, let's say, 20 points. And click away, and there we have a nice chart. And that's it. Just a few examples of how to use emojis to jazz up your spreadsheets. I hope the video helped you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you've got any questions or feedback, please let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, have an excellent day.